Hi, how are you doing? In this video I'm going to teach you a little bit more about the Recreational Dive Planner, the RDP, and how to use it when recording multiple dives. In my previous video I explained how to use the RDP for single dives, so if you're just going out and you're just making one dive, please check out my video and it shall explain what to do there. Also, I explained in that video why we should carry one of these around when we've spent hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds, whatever your currency, you've spent a lot of money on a dive computer or a calculator. Now, my answer for that is sometimes technology can fail us. Sometimes we forget to put the batteries in, sometimes for no reason whatsoever it can fail, and perhaps you've spent quite a lot of money getting to your destination, you're all ready to go, and then what do you do? So it's always good to have one of these, to know how to use it. You don't have to be good at math. I know a lot of people, including myself, when I first looked at this, it scared me greatly. So don't be scared. I'm going to explain now how to use this. If for whatsoever reason you don't understand or you have any questions, please leave them in the box below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So, without further delay, here goes nothing. We're going to make 2 dives today. One dive is at 15 meters for 40 minutes. We're going to have a surface interval time of 1 hour. Our next dive is going to be at 13 meters and we're going to be there for 50 minutes. So it's quite simple to work out your pressure group, etc. We start off at the top. Along here in the white, along the white boxes, we have the depth. So we have 10 meters, 12 meters, 14 meters, 16 meters, 18 meters, 20 meters, 22 meters, and so on. The depth of our first dive is 15 meters. There isn't a 15, but we round up to the higher number, which is 16. Now, to work out how long you can spend safely at 16 meters, it's quite simple. You follow the black arrow all the way down to the black box. And the black box says 72. So 72 is the maximum amount of time you can spend at 16 meters safely. So do not exceed the limit there. We're not going to want to dive for 72 minutes. We only want to dive for 40 minutes. So what we do is we go to 16 meters and we go down and we find 40 minutes, which is here. There isn't a 40, but there's a 42. So then again, we always round up to the higher number. We go across and we find our pressure group is pressure group N after our first dive. Now we're going to have a break for 1 hour. So we go across, these are the times, and we find 1 hour, which is here. We follow the column all the way down and we see we're in pressure group D after our surface interval break. We turn the chart over and we find the depth of our next dive, which is 13 meters. So we go down here to 14 meters, of course, again, rounding up to the nearest higher number. And we find our pressure group. So we go across to pressure group D, which is here. You will see 2 numbers and you want the number in the white box, not the blue box. The blue box indicates the actual bottom time and the white box is the residual nitrogen left in your body after your first dive. So we're going to take 22 and we're going to add 22 to the time that we're going to spend on our next dive. So we're going to spend 50 minutes on our next dive. 50 add 22 is 72. So 72 minutes. We flip the chart over again and we go to table 1. We find the depth of our second dive, which is 13 meters. We go to 14, of course, rounding up to the higher number again. And we go down to find 72 minutes, which will be here, 73. We are now in pressure group T. And pressure group T is our final pressure group after both dives. So I've been asked, how do I find a minimum surface interval for a dive? So for example, my first dive is at 18 meters for 45 minutes. 18 meters, 45 minutes, that would be pressure group R. Your second dive, you know that you want to go down to 14 meters. There's a beautiful reef down there and you want to spend 1 hour there. So what you do is you flip the chart over and you find the depth of your next dive, which is 14 meters. And you go across and you find in the blue box, you find an hour, 60 minutes. There's 61 minutes, of course you always round up to the higher number. And you realise now you have to be in pressure group J. Now how you find how long it takes to get from pressure group R to pressure group J is pretty easy. You turn the chart around once more. You find pressure group R across here and you find pressure group J across the bottom, which is here. There's 2 numbers. You take the bottom number, which is 35. So 35 minutes is the minimum surface interval time to get to pressure group J. So there we have it, the Recreational Dive Planner. Wasn't so scary after all, was it? Now, if you have any comments or questions or any ideas for further videos, please send me a message in the box below here somewhere and I'll try and get back to you. It's always nice to know that someone's watching these videos because I feel a little bit of a weirdo sitting here in an empty room talking to myself. So if you enjoy these videos, please don't be afraid, say hello. Okay, until the next video, thanks ever so much for watching and I'll see you then. Take care, bye.